Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the 31 Days of Horror. I am your host, Mood616, and thank you once again for stopping in, guys. Yeah, day 21 is here, and we're going to take it all the way back to 1965 with a film that, well, you can see on the background, or even read in the title. This is actually from a triple feature that's featuring, of course, Nightmare Castle and Castle Blood, which I've actually reviewed both those films on various podcasts and other networks and things like that. So I thought, why not try out the third feature in this one? I've been meaning to watch it for a long time. Love me some Barbara Steele, so I had to check it out. And it is called Terror Creatures from the Grave. Now, when you first hear that title, it doesn't just scream creature feature, like terror creatures from, I don't know. It just screams fucking creature feature to me. I don't know why it does, but yeah, this is an Italian film, of course, starring Barbara Steele, hence the Barbara Steele Queen of Horror triple pack here. But getting into the premise of this one, basically it's about this attorney who receives this letter to his office, and so he heads out to this castle, you know, way out in the middle of nowhere, to go and settle the estate of the owner who's just passed away. Once he gets there, he learns very quick that the owner has actually passed away about a year prior. He learns this from his wife and his daughter, and so now he's very confused on who exactly wrote this letter, because the wife and daughter have confirmed that it's his handwriting, things like that. And then they also proceed to tell him that he could actually conjure up the spirits of the plague victims, you know, from the 15th century and things like that. So now he's very curious, because they're claiming that there's spirits in the house and all these weird things they happen and things like that. So now he starts to really kind of wonder what the hell's going on here, if someone's playing an evil joke or whatnot. And so he sticks around to investigate. And meanwhile, people start getting picked off one by one, of course. And yeah, and that's the story of the film right there. Now, my thoughts on this one. Now, straight up here, I was actually shocked. You know, a film from 1965, I was assuming this one was going to be in color. Don't get me wrong, I love black and white films, and I was just shocked to see it in black and white. For some reason, I just assumed this one was going to be in color, but I was wrong. But we all know that when you watch black and white gothic horror films, it just adds to the aesthetics of the film. Really, man, black and white gothic horror films are they're awesome to look at. This one's no different, man. The whole set design in this one, the whole castle, is just fantastic. It's a really interesting film. It's got a really kind of almost not complex storyline, but it's got enough story to keep you intrigued. It's like this huge investigation that might be a tad bit slow at times, and I think, you know, certain scenes actually do drag on in the film, but for the most part, the film is actually really intriguing. Like, you're wondering, you know, the whole time is like, is this owner alive, or is he dead, or who's doing the killings and stuff, of course, because that's, you know, the mystery of the film. And it keeps you intrigued the whole time, because you actually don't really know where it's going to go. The thing I liked about the kills in this film is that they were quite shocking. The kills were not really what I was expecting. I mean, there was a scene where this dude's guts got, like, ripped out, and they were, like, hanging out of his stomach, and I'm like, damn! For 1965, that's pretty fucked up. You don't see that a lot in film. That's really crazy. So, and then there was a whole pile of, like, disfigurements and things like that, but the effects weren't bad in this film. There was a pretty cool one with a bunch of hands and things like that. I don't know, I was just kind of shocked, because a lot of these older Italian films, sometimes the effects can be, you know, a little dated, you know, for lack of a better term, but no, it was, you know, it was very compelling to watch, actually, you know. You know, that mixed in with and I will say, like, the score in this film, though, is it's kind of hit and miss a little bit. Sometimes the score actually sounds like you're watching a Western, and other music pieces sound like you're watching, like, this awesome giallo. You know, it's really kind of strange, but, so that was actually kind of a downfall. I was kind of getting confused by the music and stuff, and I think that there could have been a little bit more music in the film. I think it's almost too quiet for its own good. I understand it's a gothic horror film, you know, it doesn't need to have that, but, you know, I think it could have actually benefited from a little bit more of that, but all in all, actually a pretty intriguing film, I have to say. Barbara Steele does a great job. Actually, most of the actors do a really good job in this film, actually. And I gotta say, man, the third act was pretty good. You know, it actually kind of more or less shocked me. Maybe it's because I'm horribly sick right now, and I was just like, oh, Yeah, that's kind of cool. I mean, it's not like mind-blowing, gruesome, or things like that. It's just the way it kind of goes down. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's actually kind of an interesting idea. So that was pretty cool, man. But I really did enjoy the investigative part of it and stuff. There was some pretty interesting characters along the way in the film and stuff. So, but yeah, for the my final thoughts, I think it's actually a film definitely worth watching. If you're a big fan of Barbara Steele and you like Nightmare Castle and Castle Blood, you have to check out Terror Creatures from the Grave, because if you're a big fan of those gothic horror films, you'll really dig this one too. I think this might be probably my least favorite of the three, but with that said, I really enjoy all three films. I think they're fantastic. So, without saying too much more, I don't want to really give too much away from the film. If I had to rate this one, I'm going to give it about a 7 out of 10. I think it's a really intriguing, fun film. And, like I said, man, if you like your Italian black and white films, check this one out, man. It's really good. So, everybody knows I'm such a big fan of films that take place in castles. I love castles. And this one has a really awesome castle. It's really fucking nice. Yeah. Terror Creatures from the Grave. Check it out. Don't be fooled by, it sounding like a creature feature, because it's actually not a creature feature. So, yeah, it is what it is, guys. Yeah, so that's going to conclude day 21. I'm sorry, man. I'm completely so sick right now, and I'm mumbling and shit like that. So, hopefully that review wasn't fucking terrible, but that's the way it goes, man. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow on day 22. Hopefully I'm feeling better. You can tell in my voice I just sound like shit, and I'm still vibrating, like I'm like, ugh, gross. Anyways, blabbling on. See you guys later.